already ours. No matter what banner we want to fall in under here, it's Choctaw, Blackfoot, whatever it is, we can fall under. So, I want to read something real quick. I want to read something to y'all. This is actually an article from this is from D.C. This is an article, you can pass this around, from 1938, right? The top of this article says, will Spain fall before the same Moorish tribes it did in 1711? And this is the article. It talks about who they are in there. It speaks about us in here. Not no Arabs. When you read the article, it goes over there and tell you about the originally were nomadic tribe of Berber Hamites, Northern Africans. They were dark-skinned, sometimes almost black. This is an article. Why are we still denying about who we are? This is in 1938. Will they fall to them again? You really think they're going to tell you who you are? It's no way in hell. John Henry Clark said, a man don't treat you right, ain't going to teach you right.
That's true.
So why would I teach you to take anything from me? That's insane. That's an insane person.
Makes sense.
See what I'm saying? But these are articles that they have out on who we are, but we reject that. I'm not a Moor. I'm black. I just told you what he said in there. It's in there. This book right here that you have, what are ancient modern imports? In this book, it's a book, go to the back of it. It says in England, they used to paint their faces with soot so they could imitate the Moors. In England. That's what they said in the book. Huh? No, it's in there. Oh, my page is in there. It's highlighted. Let's go a little further. It's highlighted. Trust me, that page is not in there. I know it ain't. There it goes. Somewhere in there, John. I know my book.
It says, we are told that in Spain, the Moorish dancers usually blacken their face with soot, that they might the better pass for Moors. During the early part of the 16th century, it was a common custom for the citizens of Edinburgh to conclude an evening amusement by bringing in the Moors or Moors, and it is on record that at that period the Egyptians danced before the king at Holyrood House on at least one occasion.
Now let me show you something. Now, 1884 that book was written, right? Martin Lawrence did what? Did you see the movie Black Knight? Remember the scene? What he said they did dance before who? What he say?
Usually, dance before...
Okay, now they remember the scene, and he told him to dance. He said, dance more. Remember he was wanting to go see the king, and he told him to dance. He didn't understand what a Moor was. This is our people today. We don't know. He fell in the water and became unconscious. When you're in water, you're unconscious. You can get unconscious in the water. But you've been hitting your head over here and knocked unconscious. And the judge banged the symbol 3 times in the courtroom. The 3 ruffians. Because you've been knocked unconscious. Is that a secret I'm telling you? Well, does it even make sense? Think about it. They telling you. There's a movie a Europeans got called The Empire of Their Own. They was writing their stories, dude. They know, but see, we sit on our high horses. I got a degree in this, and I got a degree in that. Well, I can speak for black people. But you're not telling them anything. Are you telling them why the judge banged it 3 times? Are you hiding it over here under that? Are you talking about what that symbol represents on there? Which is this child, the woman's womb, and the scimitar oppressing the woman's womb? Are they going to tell you that? No. But they hide it. And they come out parading with it. I got something better than you. This is why they don't teach you about who you are. They know who you are already. I just told you the movie was out. It was like it was there for a reason. To show you how asleep we really are. And through the whole movie, he kept calling him a Moor. He kept saying, I'm getting tired of this Moor thing. And he was dealing with principles. In the beginning of the movie, he wanted to sell the park. In the beginning, I don't know if you remember the movie, the beginning of the movie, he said, I'm going to sell the park. And at the end, he said, there's no principles in selling the park. Why are we going to do that? Because he became conscious. They can never have us conscious. Never. That would never happen. That right there, what I just gave you, will they fall to the same Moorish tribes? They ain't letting this happen. No. Yeah, you're right. They don't have no choice. It ain't because of these so-called black leaders out here. It ain't them that it's happening. It's because of the people behind the scenes that's making it happen. See what I'm saying? It's the people, even with that brother, what he did. I commend him for what he did. put that together. But those brothers been doing that for a long time. This is what I was doing, is to bring it to the people on the radio and say, look, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what's going on. Here it is. You need what? Here, study this and get back with me. But we have to do it every week. Same way we watch sports. Like everybody went to go watch this fight. We ain't getting nothing out of. They getting something out of it. Rather they win or lose. They getting paid, both of them. But what are you getting out of it? Nothing. If they wanted to end this world today or tomorrow, I don't know if you've seen, what's that movie with the ship? Remember this shit?
Okay.
2012?
Oh, okay, yeah.
They was sitting there, and they was at the fight game. The dude got a beat, and he got up and left everybody that was sitting at that football game, that fight, and he left. Same thing will happen. Same thing. Cat Williams just said it in his last stand-up. That nigga ain't crazy for real, for real.
Yes, he is crazy.
He's crazy, but he's not crazy. But he's crazy, but he's not crazy. But this society will make you do go there. See what I'm saying? To hold stuff in.
I think they just make you look crazy.
Yeah, they make you look crazy until you talk to him. Like they thought Dave Chappelle was until I talked to him. He wasn't crazy. See what I'm saying? But in the movie, it was talking about, he got a beat, he left. Cat Williams had a scene inside the new stand-up joint and said, they're planning on leaving us and not telling us nothing. This is what he said in the last stand-up. He said, we're going to be looking at BET while they out there packing and trying to get the hell out. We looking for the news to come across the screen on BET. This is what he said.
Glad you brought that up.
Straight up. See what I'm saying? But
That's why they're trying to shut Cat Williams down.
oh yeah, but they trying to. You absolutely right. This is why I would be with him regardless of what's going on. I would like to talk with him, but I would be with him. See what I'm saying? And I can take it somewhere else, because I don't mess with him. So I can take it to explain what he's talking about. I can look at it and see what he's talking about
You can see.
and build on it. Because if you don't watch comedy, like he said, we're comics and we're here to tell the truth. This is what he said. I've been with Paul Mooney many a times. I see how Paul do it. I can see how some people do it. But some people lash out. Like I may lash out sometimes and just act crazy and do stuff in front of cops just for the hell of it. Say something out loud just for the hell of it so they can hear me. I may do that. See what I'm saying? So he may have his way on doing it. But getting back to what he just said about the King Alfred's plan, I don't know how many of y'all got this, but you want to hear about it in Hidden Colors Part 2, you just want to hear it mentioned. This is one of our lesson books that we studied out. The King Alfred's plan.
Everybody really needs that.
Everybody needs to have this. Let me show you something.
Need that.
In the back of this book is layouts, right? And y'all can pass this around, but this is what it is, strategies on how to lock this whole thing down. Habits. We watch football games, basketball games every Sunday. That's a habit. That's a habit. They say a man that's predictable can be controlled. That's what they said. A person that's predictable. This is just parts. I'm just going to try to find some of these pages talking about assets, different stuff like that. But one part of here speaks about the media. Here it is. This is diversions. This is what it says. But mind you, 1969. Really. It says diversions. Keep the adult public attention diverted away from the real social issues and captivate them by matters of no real importance. That's what it said. That's one. That's the media, right? This is why they don't like real stuff on radio or TV. Keep that at no importance. That's no importance to me watching that on TV right now. Right? School system. Keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics and real economics, real law, and real history. Ain't that going on right now? What do they know about their history? Nothing. She came over on slave ship. Yeah, okay. What about the number system? Let's deal with mathematics. The highest number is number 9. Right? This is what we teach. The highest number, we say, my age is such and such. No, it's not. You go from 0 to 9 and right back down again. Go look at your cell phone. Right? But they'll tell you 1,000, whatever numbers, whatever this is, but the highest number is number 9. Coming to existence on the 9th month. That's real mathematics if you deal with it, right? All this is in here. This is what they did. Real law. What is law? Well, they just passed a law last week, like you were saying. This shit, I can lock you up. That's not a law, brother. It's not a law. Statutes, ordinances, regulations are not laws. It's policy. You're a policy enforcer. That's ignorant of real law. The law is the Constitution. Period. Show me the Constitution. Where did I violate that? Right? Now, I just went through the whole school system. This is why we have to have school every week or every day. Right? Entertainment, which is going on now, instead of edutainment. Entertainment. It says, keep the public entertained below the 6th grade level. Ain't this what's going on right now? Damn, well, I want to see a Pacquiao fight tonight, Jack. I don't know, but we already know who will win the fight. Who run the fights? The mob. So why we want to get impressed with it? I used to box. Get it twisted. I like it, but I'm not going. Doing what I know now. You gotta have a balance somewhere. I'd rather be here than watching that because I already know the outcome of that. Right? They're gonna get paid. They're gonna get paid. Period. Work. Keep the public busy with no time to think back on the farm with other animals. Damn, man, get off work. I'm tired of the mug, man. What you gonna do? I'm gonna watch the fight, we're gonna drink. I'm tired. This is in the King Alpha's plan. 69, Rex 84. They talked about how you lock the city down. This is all in the book. How you lock the city down, how you control, keep the people, their assets, know when they like to buy, when they like to buy it.
Well, now, with that King Alpha plan, with everything that's going on now, how is that relevant?
Relevant right now because if you watch what's going on, remember you just couldn't, it was hard to get credit cards, right? Remember it used to be hard, I remember it used to have something crazy to get a credit card. Now you got debit cards, credit card, slot machine on your phone now.
Throwing them at you.
Throwing them at you now. Here you go, Rush card. And then we're going to get Rush to go out there and push it too. We're going to get Russell Simmons to push it. Because he's a figure. Remember I told you the figureheads. You don't see Bam Bada doing anything like that here. You don't see Bam doing any of these things that people are doing right now. He's the father of hip-hop. He's still relevant. He's still doing stuff. You know why? Because he's very conscious of what's going on. Bam is in our classes. He knows. They used to try to get him to get a walk of fame star. You know what he said? I don't want that. For what? So they can walk on me? They wanted him to do a movie. He said, unless you're going to have Farrakhan, Dr. York, and it's 3 or 4 hours, yeah, I'll do it. You think they want him to do that? No. Because he demanded it. So you go to guys like Jay-Z or Kanye or 2 Chainz or Russell Simmons to go out there and keep you the way you are. Swipe the card on your phone now. Little thing that comes on the top. It said keep a track. That's what they're doing. So now you go into the market, what happens? They got this thing now, you punch in a number. Bam, bam, bam for your discount. We know what you like to eat. So now when we shut it down, we know what that person like. See what I'm saying? They make it real easy for you. But it's broken down in the King Alpha's plan. And it's happening. Right now, if they want to lock the city down, there's ways that you lock the city down. This is what I used to love in New York. We would have escape routes in New York if we had to leave. We would tell people, prepare people, get your backpacks, get your boots. If you had to walk across the water, somewhere in the Hudson, wherever, where you need to make your way out of New York. See what I'm saying? If they was to lock the city down tomorrow, they use the dividers on the expressway, and they stop people and make them go the opposite way. They'll lock it down that way. The terms they got in Philadelphia is called West Artillery, North Artillery. They're all military terms. But you would never get it. Because you think they're all construction. How many guns you got in your house? How many people in your house? You see what it did with the census report? He just said it. That's all I want to know. How many people in your house? In fact, how many guns you got in your house? Matter of fact, what we want to do is say, set up, there's a bomb in the area, we want y'all to evacuate. 8 blocks. This is the game plan. 8 blocks, I want you to evacuate. Everybody leaves. We got people coming in your house while you're gone. Who got guns? Then everything go back to status quo. Everything go right back. 2-3 weeks later, you get a phone call. We need to come see you at such and such. See what I'm saying? This is already in effect right now. You just don't see. They cannot bluntly tell you anything. But if you can sit back and see the signs, it's all around you. It's already happened. The King Alpha plan has been in effect. It's been happening. You just don't see it. It's been here.
Yeah, we got it. All this.
That's a roadmap. I tell everybody should have that book. That's a roadmap.
Yeah, everybody. Whoever ain't got that, we gotta get
That's
that
a roadmap.
We got enough for everybody to have one. We gotta get that.
I don't think I bought that many. I think I bought 5 of them. 5. Yeah, I bought 5 of them.
Yeah, that's what they
You know, but it's mandatory that people have that, and this is why I wanted to bring it out here so people can have it. And when you start reading it, you will see all the stuff happening, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold up. I don't think. And some people really, to tell you the truth, even if they read it, they'd be so scared they wouldn't even act on it. Seriously. We got a saying in hip hop: lose your job and find your work. Look, depend on each other. That's how we always grew. But now they got us, man, I need something. I gotta work. You know what I mean? I gotta get it. He's going to pay you. So now I know how much you want to make. What kind of car you gonna buy? This is them. It's all in the King Alfred's plan.
So what does it look like? We're dealing with the Mayan calendar, you know, the new day, or the new long day. You know, that's coming up. We get a lot of it.
What's the new long day?
Well, the 26,000.
Oh, that's what they say. Our age is 2000. That's actually an age, 2000.
Oh, when you divide it by the 12th
Yeah, that's the age. And the Bible speaks about that too. That's why they said Jesus left 2,000 years ago. When people ask me that question, they say, what's your age? They'll be like 2,000. And stop it, man. You know what I'm saying. No, I don't. Like, really, what is that? I don't, you know, it's for Europeans they got that, but we don't have that. You know what I mean? See how we're so caught up in it? You were asked about the Mayan calendar year. People, Karis One had a song, and he picks it so plain, man. He got a song for Aztec.
It's always hard.
Yeah, it's so sick. If you don't like what you're reading, read a different book. I don't care about what you're, I know their time is up. That's all I know. If you read C.M. Bay's Clock of Destiny, he told you back then that their time is up. We know that it's not a surprise to us that it's over. You just got to read it for yourself to see it. Not what they're saying, not what the Mexicans, whatever, the Mayan, no. Their time is over. We the ones that have to wake up. This is why Noble Dwelling said the Negro problem is our problem. I can't be concerned about all of that over there, but my thing is getting my people in order. That's what we have to get our people to understand that this is their land. That is the only thing that we're supposed to do is tell our people this is yours. Stop looking just for Africa. Yes, Africa is your throne, but this is yours also over here. So claim it. Stop letting somebody else claim it.
Okay. What's the first step to do that?
One is to claim your name and nationality. That's what Noble Dwelling said. That's the first thing he said to do, is to claim your name and nationality. Link yourself back to the family of nations that have a nationality, so you can do business. If we had to leave today or tomorrow, and we needed to go to Mexico like the day after tomorrow, and they stopped all the Europeans from coming in. Remember at the end of the movie, they were saying, no, you can't come here. You better create allies. You better start creating unity with other people. Stop arguing. Like the brother said, I can walk to Ethiopia and say, I'm Habesha. Well, we're family. Come on, what do you want? See what I'm saying? Who are you? Then we would start building about, well, I can go to a Mexican. I'm a Morisco. You know about that, and you start building with them on the history. Not separate myself from them, but showing the unity, showing who their forefathers are. And then you say Morisco to them, they know about the Morisco. They're Moors. But you have to understand the language to relate to these people if we had to leave here today or tomorrow. And the book, this is why I even love this book, The Moors and Mexicans. I love this book. He breaks the connection down for all this. This is the type of stuff that we do to show people. Do you think they want to talk about this on any black TV show? Tavis Smiley wouldn't talk about this. Cornell West probably wouldn't talk about it. He wouldn't either. None of them. Al Sharpton, damn sure ain't going to talk about this. None of them.
Don't sleep.
Huh?
Don't sleep. T.J. Holmes, the new dude.
T.J. Holmes?
That's the new dude, yeah.
Who that?
BET do guy. Don't sleep.
Oh, don't sleep?
The show's called Don't Sleep?
But the niggas be keeping them asleep.
Yeah.
See the hype names they put out there? Don't sleep. No, you keep them asleep. Let me come on your show. Let's talk about this for a minute, bro. One thing I would say, I guarantee they would cut it. Dude, we already been home, bro. What are you talking about? We've been home. We've been Moors. The only foreigners are Europeans. I've done it on TV shows. And they looked at me like I was crazy. This nigga just said that. The host.
You know what's interesting is that when they came to the barbershop one time, the board, and they brung the board of cosmetology, because I don't have licenses for them anything. So when they come, one day the lady comes in for the board. She tries to walk in here, and she had actually brung the cops with her. And so and we started talking about it. And so they start trying to ask me about, the license, and I'm like, I don't need that. I start explaining, why I'm putting everything out there. But I had my paperwork, some of it out, because I was reading over some of the proclamations and so on and so forth. So one of the guys seen it. And it was interesting to me because, like you keep saying, they know.
They already know.
And one of the guys, one of the European officers says, he said, I totally agree with you. He said, I just happen to be here because this is how I'm employed. He said, but the problem is that your people are not educated to the extent you are.
See?
And he straight up, he said it. He said, your people are not educated to the extent you are, so that's why we can still come here.
But see, this is what happens. I was in Philly, in Kinko's, in 2004. 2004. A lady comes in, and I told somebody a story yesterday at the radio station. The lady comes in yelling about black managers. Talking about she was trying to get service. All the brothers over there had suit and ties on the computers, and I'm sitting there with my pants laid rolled up and I'm sweatpants on. I'm at the computer running something. I'm not black, so I'm not entertaining it. Alright, I didn't hear what she said. I heard her, but it was like, okay, one out the other. But she said it so much that it irritated. I had to turn to the lady and say, excuse me, miss, where do you see black people at? She said, they all in here. Then they go right there. I said, miss, they're not black. I said, they're Moors. They just been mistaken as being black. And she stopped. Her whole attitude switched. And she with her husband and her son. I never forget it. Her husband and her son. I said, well, ask your husband where you get that stringy black hair from. She said, huh? And he started smiling. I said, that's when the Moors was up in Italy. And he started laughing. You know what she told me when we got them? That by this time, everybody's looking at us because I'm there to copy. Because I spoke out against it. She said, you need to teach your people who they are. Well, exactly what he just said. So if you're ignorant to it, I'm going to feed off of that. When they know that you know, they're going to say, dude, such and such. So if he's talking about don't sleep, really? Let's not sleep with him. Let's stop putting our people to sleep. They already know. Cosmos, first of all, means dark. Cosmetics. This is why the eyeliners be dark. That's the cosmos. That's what this feels like. I'm in the cosmos, right here. I'm in the womb, right here. Darkness. This is the placenta, the umbilical cord. This is the woman's womb right here. So you want to ask me what universe I come from? I come from my mother's womb. That's what this fez represents. The simple, all these things right here. You in college, you call it a mortarboard. Holds masonry. It's 4 ways to go in 90, 90, 90, 90, which is 360. That your tassel goes around your head. And when you're in college, you grab it from one side and you put it on the other side. In college. Your degrees is right there. You don't even know it. Again, bam! Knocked unconscious. And they rocking your stuff all day long and you don't even know. You want to call it a religious headdress. It's you. It's the woman. That's why they would never teach you this kind of stuff, because you'll be conscious to it. You wouldn't have what you have out here today with women in the strip clubs and niggas doing what they're doing on these videos. If you understood that. Moral principle. This is what he's talking about. Noble Drawley said, what morals do you stand on? Movie. God, remember good Scarface. It's a scene in the movie when they was going to blow up the car. When Al Pacino said, no, we're not going to blow up the car because he's seen the kids get in the car. Right? He said, no. The dude said, no, blow it up. The dude wasn't Italian. He wasn't what he was. But he shot the dude in the car. He said, I'm not going to do it. You think I'm an animal? This is what he said in the movie. And he shot him. Goodfellas. He told him to go home to your family. That's what my dude told him. Remember that? He said, go home. So what happens, we'll ride past and shoot up at whoever in the car. This is the crazy stuff that we do. Bam, I don't care, I got him. Innocent bystanders. Morals, and principles. We stand on no principles. We're supposed to stand on 5 principles that Noble Drawley brought. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. As any black person, what do they stand on? Ask that guy that. What principle do we stand on? He might say I'm a Christian. He might say I'm a Baptist. He might say, we're not saying what your creed is, brother. I said, what principle do you stand on? So if you stand on what? Truth, then tell the truth. See? Each one we can walk through. I teach love instead of hate. Because I can easily hate you. But it's better to love you. See what I'm saying? So what principle do you stand on? He's really standing on truth? Nah. He's not. See how it's a game that's being played constantly. But if you're not up on the game, you will never get it. This is why we make these books and make these videos for people. We put them out there. We did a video with Taj and I exposing masonry on the TV show in the Bronx. We have the paper. We expose them. I'm sitting next to Taj like, damn, Taj. You know, I'm sitting there like, and I know him. I know how he gonna go. I'm like, damn, man, we really like, they ain't gonna never have us back in this joint. You know what I'm saying? This, but it was good. But we taped it and we got it. You know what I mean? But it was just to put it out there to people so people can see. But now it's more open now. It's like you got some envelope pushers. You got some people that are not afraid to do a lot of this stuff. You know, you have a lot of people. But again, like I heard him say earlier about City Hall. If we would have backed City Hall, if we create our own media and backed each other, we wouldn't have to worry about their media. The Jews did it.
Yeah.
They put out the money to do it. So why we? If you hit me anyway, I tell her all the time, I'll be like, shoot, I understand that, but if you get me over there, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you to make it entertaining for you to get it. I'll make it funny, but I'm going to tell you some stuff. I'm actually break everything down for you. Only need one shot and do what I got to do. To spark the mind of somebody. And then somebody will see it, and somebody will say, yo, I like that. Let me get this guy over here.
That was really what I wanted to cover, to try to get some information out there. But I wanted to make sure you guys could ask whatever you wanted to
You don't ask me anything,
because
man.
I talk all the time up here.
You can ask about the film. Anything.
Get his perspective on it, you know. Anybody?
I have a question. What are you consenting to for when you allow yourself to be called black legally?
All of this treatment that's there that they put upon you, that's what Obi said. He said when you use that, you tell them to go ahead and do it. If you ever studied Noble Drali's literature, if you ever studied, actually it's on the video that we did, The Prophet of the People, but if you ever studied his stuff, he said that. I'm trying to remember the quote in Circle 7. He's talked about when you use names that allude to slavery. You got the Circle 7 in here? You get the Circle 7. You on point, boy. You got Circle 7 in all too, shoot. But it said that all the mistreatments that they want, they can put upon you. Once you call yourself that, because they created you.
But you in the courtroom, what happens there? You talked about going to the courtroom and resisting their attempts to get jurisdiction over you. Does it have anything to do with that?
As far as what? Be calling myself that?
Black, yeah.
Well, they don't have to. They just, listen, let me show you.
They don't need that there.
No, they don't need it. Let me show you what they do. What does, if you ever watch courtroom settings, they ask you your date of birth, right? Or they have it in front of you. They ask you your date of birth. Or they got it right there. Most likely they're going to judge you on your birth, your sign, your zodiac. In Philadelphia, there's a zodiac in the middle of Philadelphia. I don't know how many of you have ever been to Philly before, but this zodiac sits there in the center of Philadelphia. I have the DVD. I walked through Philadelphia and I was showing people what's called traveling. And I show people the zodiac. There are 4 ways to go in City Hall. North, south, east, west. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, fire, earth, air, water. It's 4 ways. City Hall was a battleground for the Moors. That's what the Moors felt like. They used to march us from Germantown Avenue, down Market Street, into City Hall. That's how they used to do us. In the Mother's Day Parade, it was some silent mockery.
What were you with the Circle 7 from earlier? When I was letting you read the Quran?
Oh, right, when you find it. But Mum means silent, mockery. They used to paint their faces with soot at that time. But what it's a reenactment. Can you look in that back camera real quick to show? I'm going to give you 100 million facts about the history. I'm going to show you what they do. But they used to do the parade was to actually mock us and the fall of us. So in City Hall is where they should judge you at. What's your date of birth? Such and such. Okay, and then he's black. In every court, you have 3 things: status, jurisdiction, adjudication. You got to have the status first. What's your name? John Smith. What are you? African American, black. Okay, not a problem. We got that part. We got the status. Jurisdiction. Okay, where you live at? Such and such and such and such. Got the jurisdiction. Okay, now we're going to adjudicate. This is why C.M. Bay and his clock suggested said Moors can never be in their courtroom. Since people understand constitutional law, there is no constitutional courts. There is no constitutional courts anymore. They're gone. The other one's on Market Street in Philadelphia. original Constitutional Court. Constitutional Court deal with constitutional issues. This is why they say don't raise the Constitution in the courtroom. They're like, look, wait a minute, didn't you take it off on the Constitution of the state in the U.S.? Help me understand it. So we would go get the records, and we would pull out their files, and we used to get, you go to, and I don't know where is it out here, but go to your city council office, or probably, I think the commentary's office. Go ask them for all judges' oaths of office. Their oaths of office take the oath on the U.S. Constitution and the state constitution, both of them. That's what they do. But what happens, if you're a subject or property, you only have a granted privilege. That's what civil rights is. It's a granted privilege which can be given and taken. So if I give it to you, I can take it. Your rights as a human being cannot be taken. That's with your status and your nationality. Unless I give it up. See what I'm saying? Or what person will give it up? Freedom.
Right, and it's moment to moment, right?
Exactly. I'm trying to find the page. This is what they did in Spain. I'm gonna show you again. They only switch places with us. If we calling ourselves these things, they're sitting in your seats. You don't even know it. Generation to generation. Again, in comedy, they tell you a lot. I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was Marlon, or Sean, one of them, Sean Wayne, I think it was. He said every generation loses something. And I'm sitting there saying, I'm looking at it from something totally different. I don't know what the audience was looking at. But when he said every generation loses something, he was talking about Michael Jordan. How people don't even know who Michael Jordan is. This is what he was saying. But he said every generation loses something. I'm looking at it from, okay, yeah, he's right. Every generation do lose something, but we're not teaching. And what he was saying basically is we don't teach the history. So now we're lost somewhere there. And this is a comment. I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about your history. So now we going home teaching our children who they are. This is their land. No, we're not.
Generational discontinuity is what they call it.
There you go.
That's what they're doing.
See what I'm saying? So are we teaching the babies this information? Or are we trying to do like our ancestors did? Well, we're going to protect them and let them grow up and they're going to make the change. Keep hope alive. They can be the president of the United States. Yeah, you got you. Well, he can be the president. Look, he's the president.
I noticed that too, though, even from civil rights. You know, even if that was the last thing. You know, that was the last movement.
You talking about civil rights?
The civil rights movement, we didn't learn the hip hop generation. They looked down upon us.
Exactly, but they
The
saw
way we
money.
behave.
Exactly, they saw money after that. But the civil rights movement, I'm against that. People say, why would you be against that, Sabir? Why would I be with it? I'm against affirmative action. They say, why would you be? Because I'm not black. Number one, I know affirmative action. I want to be disenfranchised. I want to be part of a franchise to understand language. See what I'm saying? It's like when you say that to people, they like, man, it's okay. But if a person don't think, this is why they say critical thinking. What does this mean? What does this mean? Disconnected, right? What is a franchise?
Uniform.
It's like Starbucks, ain't it? So what did Starbucks get? Privileges, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Tax.
Was it hard to figure that one out? So I want to be disenfranchised. I don't want to be a franchise. If you go to any law dictionary, probably look it up in Webster's, you'll see it. You'll be like, man, this is crazy. They really got our people twisted. That falls under the civil rights. And the civil rights falls under the color of law. And the color of law applies to colored people. That's why I say if you got a thesaurus, law dictionary, and Webster's. Webster's under dictionary and thesaurus and law dictionary, you'll be good. Can't nobody put a word in your eyes.
So, in practical use, when you in the courtrooms, as far as when it goes to status, right? You know, filing your status or putting it on the record. Sometimes you hear people say that, you know, filing the UCC or you file it with the county, or hear that type of stuff. But I've never seen anybody actually ask, I've never seen a judge or anybody in court actually ask to prove their status.
Well, as far as what? The judges or
You know, I've never even seen a judge ask you to pull out your identification.
They're not going to do that. You got to remember.
You already wrote it down.
Yeah, listen. Before they go in, the judge is just a referee. That's it. That's all. He don't even supposed to be speaking. That's how it is. It goes through channels. This court clerk gets that. That's who gets all this stuff. It ain't him. He just comes in. You don't watch his movement. He ain't gonna ask you none of these things. But when we in the courtroom, we never talk to them. We're talking really to the people. It's not necessary because he knows. But the thing that people always say, let's rush into the courtrooms. No, your courtroom will be a radio show. Your courtroom will be, that's how I did it. I took it to the radio. Let radio be my courtroom. So I would challenge them and have them call in. I said, I ain't going to cut y'all. Call in. You're a cop, politician, judge, call in. That's the courtroom. This is a courtroom. If someone come in here and we want to judge him, that's how it's set up. So we keep thinking again, we've been taught that that's the courtroom.
Even my definition,
Yeah, if you look at a court, what is a court? What kind of court? Basketball court? What kind of court? See what I'm saying? We would do stuff like that to get you to start thinking differently. That's why I say get something out of it, but start moving on it. But what happens, don't always try to run into their courtroom, and that court, and that, well, and that, on that vessel, that I would say, because if you walk in somebody's vessel or embassy, you want to be subject to it. That's, you know what I mean, period. Unless you challenge the jurisdiction.
We talked about earlier, claiming in that.
Your name and nationality.
Name and nationality. At home, in a private record? How?
Okay, this is, back in the day, our parents used to write stuff in the Bible. Your death and your birth. That's record. When Jews do stuff, there's always three of them. When they do stuff, they are witnesses. That's the law right there. You don't need all this other stuff that people keep talking about, this UCC 1 paper. Yeah, we have paperwork, it's called proclamation, but that's for you. So if you wanted that taken, you take it somewhere and you follow wherever you want to follow. It's not mandatory that you do it. As long as it's for you, it's for your salvation. You let them know, I want this way. That's what this is about. It ain't about the UCCs and all that other stuff that everybody keep pumping out here, man. But that's not, that came later. Noble Dwelly never brought that. In the Bible, I think in Leviticus, and it's around Liberty Bell in Philadelphia that everybody goes see all the time. It says every nation must go back amongst its own and proclaim liberty. That's Liberty Bell. In Philadelphia, all blacks want to take pictures and pose in front of them, like, yo, it's crack. But did you read it? Did you read what was around it? It said go back to every nation must go back amongst their own and proclaim liberty. So what is your nation? Right? Do you hear the black ladies talking about that? But they gonna tell you go watch Liberty Bell, right?
What makes a nation?
Name, nationality, and a flag. That's what make a nation. Some, not to offend my RBG people, but that red, black, and green is not a flag. That's a banner. It's no different than this right here. That's no different than what I was getting ready to put up. This is a banner. This is actually a banner. No different. This is what I would fly when I do certain things. That's not a flag. Going the other way. Whatever which way. Either way, I don't know. But anyway, you get the gist of it. It's a banner. No different than the McDonald's banner that flies outside. But they'll say it's a flag. It's not a flag. Okay? So, oh, that's somebody's phone. That's your phone? But when people say a flag, that's, if you look up in any law dictionary, look up nation, it's going to tell you nationality. It's going to tell you that living on the same land, not under the same jurisdiction. I'm going to repeat that again. If you look up nation inside of the law dictionary, it's going to say what a nation is, same customs, speaking the same language, right? But not necessarily living under the same jurisdiction. So us being here don't mean that we can be subject to that. We're not under the 14th Amendment. When you read the 14th Amendment, all persons born or naturalized are subject to the jurisdiction thereof, because they created them. When you look at people, it's going to say a nation. You're going to see people. We the people of the United States. That's the nation. So what is the nationality? So when we dealing with these people, we have to be right in what we're saying. The courtroom is not where you fight at. It's not. It's the corners. It's the barbershops. It's the coffee houses. That's where it's at. It's not in there. Because if you step into my arena, I can do what I want to do to you. I can trick you up because you don't understand the language. See what I'm saying? But you have to be equipped. This is why in law school they take people in courtrooms and they let them sit there and watch court cases. They do in law school. But we used to do it just for the hell of it. Trial and error. We used to do it. Some of us got banged up. Some of us got locked up. I got locked up many times going in there. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be in there not signing subpoenas because I'm like, well, I know what a subpoena is. Subpoena means 4 witnesses testify. How the hell can I be a witness against myself? That's what a subpoena is. So I would never sign the subpoena, but they would say, well, wait a minute, we're going to hold you in contempt. But then now you got to prove that I violated something or disrespected the court. See what I'm saying? You have to be prepared for all this thing. And you cannot do it just in lectures. This is why I said it has to be an ongoing classes that we do this. People get a little bit of information and trying to run out there and do something, and then they get jammed and it don't work. You do, that stuff don't work. No. No, man. You know what I'm saying? We had classes every week. You have to be prepared. You got somebody else trying to sell you paperwork. Noble Dwelly didn't bring none of that. He said, proclaim your name and your nationality. Link yourself back to the families of the nations. Emancipation Proclamation said, emancipate yourself, and what is proclamate? Proclaim, right? Have the black leaders tell that to us. They said, they tell you about the Emancipation Proclamation, but they never tell you what to go proclaim. Oh, just go proclaim freedom. Wait a minute. Proclaim freedom. Freedom from what? See what I'm saying? This is the boldly stuff they'll tell you. But the emancipate, you set free and proclaim who you are. Proclaim your name and your nationality. It is very simple. It is not hard. It is simple. They try to make stuff, like Booker T. Coleman says, make stuff complicated. And it's not. Malcolm said, make it plain. It is very simple. But if I can feed off of your ignorance, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep going. That be to some of these people in this conscious community, that's some of these people that's in these political realms. They will always go to the most ignorant person and work on them. They would never have a brother like a Booker T, or a Todd, or a Phil, or me on any of their shows. Because the niggas start reading. That's why you don't hear a KRS-One or Moral Technique, even in hip-hop, because they need you where you at. You cannot make money off a free person. You can't, a person that's conscious or woke. You can't. It's impossible.
Any other questions?
Any other question?
No, no. Actually, the 1884 book, you said it's out of print.
No, it's not out of print. It's not out of print. You can get it, I think, there's a bookstore in LA, I think her name is Zara's, right? Zara's bookstore. But I think she has a revised version of that. I think it's a newer version of it, but it's the same.
Okay.
But mine is older. It's older.
Right.
Yeah, you know Amazon.
That's okay. That's fine.
You know, Marcus Books, they can order it. Marcus Books can order it.
Yeah, they'll order that book. But I tell people, every time I do something, I speak to them, I always tell people to order these books. Invest in books. Invest, if people go watch the fight, how much the game cost? $60. Right? Invest in yourself. And that's what I tell people all the time. Invest in yourself. Empower yourself. You know, it's like, you know, I always give Taj credit because with Taj is 60-something years old, 67 years old, man. And for him to keep doing this for people, you know what I mean? Like I said, he's like one of the ones that really brought me into this. You know what I mean? Like that way, like as far as challenging the jurisdictions, talking about what is a continent, what is a country. We went around talking about this is a country. Ain't nobody yet tell me define what a country is. Our country.
I will say for that, you know, everyone's money, you know, we can't always order $200, $300, $400, $500 worth of books. Y'all gotta come in here. Yeah, these books are always here. You want to know?
This is the library.
You know, you want to know about what we would call the Americans? That's the book right there called Star in the West. You can read it in there. They describe us in Star in the West.
Is that the alchemist up there?
Yep.
I love this, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is the library. This is the library.
And they're always here. Or, you know, if you ask for it, you know, I bring them. You know, loan them out. You know, as long as I bring them back. Because my thing is that we gotta, San Francisco, we haven't built much yet. And so, you know, this is why, huh?
That was my question.
Yeah.
How we gonna start making moves?
So, and this is how.
Yes,
We start studying. This is why, you know, I only invited a certain amount of people. And everybody, well, I'm not inviting that many people. I told him yesterday, I'm like, you got to be here because you're an educator. He's a teacher. I'm like, you have no choice. I need you to come. Because the children need you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You teaching the children. I mean, he deals with paperwork. He's good at paperwork. He helps me out. We talk. You know, so we each bring something to the table. So we all have to build off that. You know, I have a lot of the books. You know, I'm in touch with it. You know, try to get in touch with a lot of the brothers. We just got to build from that. We got to have the meetings. We got to, build that structure and build that unity, constitution nation.
We got it. And it's funny because Karen was saying to me, why you never did that in Oakland? I'm like, man, I don't want to be talking about more stuff in Oakland. You know what I mean? That's insane. Like, they black power right there. You know, it's like, but it's only like that out here in the West. Because we don't do that back east. You know, we don't, because Khalid Muhammad doesn't wake up and say, I'm a Moor and I got sense enough to know it. He sat around the Moors. See what I'm saying? Everybody's around. We have the Mexicans. We got the whole Latino community that come around. We have the classes every Wednesday going on. I think it's 7 years that we've been doing this weekly. And people coming from all over. It was people that was flying from Cali to New York on a Wednesday. And I'm like, you flew from where? But they didn't do I was in California. But they was flying into New York for the Wednesday classes and stay there for like a whole week. Just for the Wednesday classes. So if people can do that, why aren't we doing it up here? See what I'm saying? Why are we not doing it here? We can do it here. I've been trying to do it in LA. But when I went back home, they said, Sabir, I commend you. Because they sleep out there in the West. To try to get them to wake up, to come together and do something. But I get on the phone and I'm like, Taj, I'm tired. Taj said, if you're tired, he said, you give up, you're giving up on the children. I'll be getting mad at him. I'll be like, damn, Taj. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I look at his age, you know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't nowhere near. I'm like, see, he's getting it in, you know? But I can't give up. I have to keep trying. She does the same thing. If it was easy, you wouldn't be, what you tell me all the time? If it was easy, you know, I'm like, I'm on some Cat Williams stuff, man. I'm retiring from black people. I'm done. I'll be like, it drove me crazy. I'll be saying it like, I'm retired from black people. Because it's a job trying to get this stuff for people. And I went back purposely to bring all this information back out here. These books that we got, the lesson books that we wrote, I brought that out for everybody to read. Don't take from it.
Funny.
Yeah, I
because
just
you knew it was coming here to give it to you.
Yeah.
Give it to us. So we got the books here. We got to support that. We can't let a brother come out here and not get it. The information is right here. We got to get it.
We got, and the brother, you don't want to teach children? Yeah, it's mandatory that, I don't know, I can't, the school system, but I know how it is, but, I don't know how the children are, but it was funny because I was in Long Beach, and this European lady, white, she said, the children are acting up. She said, but I know why they acting up, because they keep teaching them about slavery. This was what she was saying, and I'm like, they only teach them about slavery, nothing else. So I'm listening to this lady, and she wants to change it. She wants to change it. You know what I mean? And I'm listening, and I said, okay. And when you hear more and more teachers starting to say that, they're like, no, we tired of keep teaching the same thing to these kids. Yeah, because they're smarter than what you think they are. They know. But you are dumbing them down. They out of control because they don't want to listen to what you're saying. They know better. It's like, who was it? Was it Erica Badu or Lauryn Hill was talking about how you trying to stifle or control somebody's creativity. When you're trying to stop somebody from their original creativity, you start messing with them. And this is what happens with these people in this business. Even with the children. We're messing with them, trying to guide them a certain way. And it's by nature, if you let them go, you see what they can do. You see what they do. They build. They smart as hell. Janet Jackson had a song called Living in a World Where Grown Up Makes the Rules. She said, children born so pure and innocent, so we teach them how to hate. I said, damn. If you ever listen to that lyric, listen to that song where she said, she comes on saying that. But we're doing it. So who do you blame? Do you blame the child, or you blame the one who's teaching? Are you a teacher or a teacher? In the Temple Hip Hop, we teach us. And we spell it T-A-C-H-A-T, T-E-A-C-H-A. Teacher, not teachers.
What's the difference?
Because teachers teach. Like Harris once said, teachers teach and do the world good. Kings is ruled and never understood. We teach you. Teachers get a paycheck. Different. They doing it for the check. It ain't for the love of it. We doing it for the love of it. When I told you the principles, that's one of the principles. We're doing it for the love. Not because we worry about keeping our car note. We got that too. Or our house or our rent. We got that too. But we teach it for the love of it. So when you're doing it for the love of it, you ain't worried about that. Karis One was brilliant what he said. It's not about a salary. It's all about reality. See what I'm saying? So people understand what he was building on. He's very aware about what's going on. So we have to teach the young ones. And if we're lying to them, they're going to know. Santa Claus coming.
Oh, yeah, that was one thing I wanted to get you to expound on. the drum, and we talked about a little bit about music. Talk about the science of the drum and what our ancestors knew about what the drum does to us in our spirit.
Music, vibrations, everything has a vibration. It's only vibrations and frequency. That's all this. No such thing as distant, long distance. Frequencies and vibrations. And we had this conversation about, I think it was hip hop we was talking about the cipher. And when I go on people's shows and I do shows, I talk about how the cipher, what it was, the MC with the master ceremony. That was the person that stood in the middle while everybody was in a circle. Because if you ever saw Booker T. Coleman's DVDs, he always would build on how we taught in circles. We never taught in rows, not looking in the back of somebody's head. We always taught so we can look at each other this way.
Okay.
Europeans did the road thing. We never did that. So the MC was the one that was in the middle, which is in the cipher. Exactly. So what happens, you see MC get in and he starts building because he's in the middle. He's the master of ceremony, speaking. See what I'm saying? So that's how we always did things. When we beat drums or you listen to the Ozzy Brothers or Earth, Wind and Fire, the rhythm, the vibration, this is why they have what they have now in the cars. The vibrations will knock your vibration level off. That's why young cats can't walk straight. They always got to slouch over or walk a certain way because they understand the beat. They understand that boom, 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 the vibration. It's a frequency. This is why I walk with a lot of this stuff on me to keep me balanced a certain way. People don't understand what copper does, but Europeans do. European came to me and told me, she said, "Oh, you're very balanced." I'm like, huh? She caught me off guard in the Starbucks. What? And she said, "Oh, you're very balanced." But that's what we always were doing. We don't even rock this anymore. We had a conversation about the medallions. We was talking about what we were wearing. How we were wearing medallions for a reason. And they saw that again, the European. Saw it and said, "You know what? Let's do this. Let's give this to him. Let's give that to him." What he got on his neck right there, people don't even know what that is. Where is it? What does it represent? Do anybody know what that represents?
A bird.
I'm talking about his neck, not that.
Dog. Dog.
Well, strength. It stands for strength.
Let me show you how crazy what Europeans did.
Dog.
In Philadelphia, remember the scene when Rocky was running up the steps? You know what that area is called? Philly has a hell of a history. Hell of a history. It's called Eakins Oval.
What?
Eakins Oval. That's an oval. That right there.
The one.
He ran up and run around, but the steps were there. The mound that he ran up. And he stood up. That was a mound a long time ago. We got the pictures how that was a mound. Up and around. If you ever look at it from a sky view, that's what you're going to see. The guy who designed the art museum was called Rahme'el. People don't understand the history. Don't think they would. Don't take my word. Go look it up. You're going to see it. And then get the sky view of that right there. You're going to see all that too. Our history is rich and deep.
One quick question. By the way, I did student teaching at Germantown High, so I know that.
Oh, okay.
I remember the students brought something to class one day indicating that this is back when Obama, because I was doing this in 07 or 08, and this is back when Obama was running. And they brought something to class one day, and they were making a statement that if he won, he would not be the first black president.
Nope.
And they had a copy of some guy that was president during the Articles of Confederation.
No, where is it?
I don't know. They brought it to class.
What that Constitution is?
The actual concept?
No, I'm
It's
just
in the 1780s.
I'm just
The
saying.
guy in 2000 bill.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Think about it. Are you talking about this right?
I don't know if the picture is accurate.
Yeah, because they had a photograph.
This is the Constitution right here. John Hanson, the first American president. This is what I gave the students when I was in Business Tech High School in Philly. He ran out the classroom to go get his principal to show him this. I think that clip was on YouTube too. That I was with the students, and I showed them this, and it explains how people think of the president, they think of George Washington.
Right.
It says this in here.
Yeah.
We pass it around, right? It's in here, right? So he runs out the classroom to go get the principal to show the principal that and say, "Why do you don't teach that?" This is what the students said.
Right.
Wow.
Now, mind you, he was a little gay guy,
Right.
but when he started getting this information, his whole attitude switched. See, when you start giving him something of substance, remember I just told you about the school system. Give him something of substance.
Right.
You're not giving him anything. He ran out the classroom. I never would expect him to do it, to to go get the principal. You know what the principal did? He comes in, he stood at the door for a minute and heard me talking to them and said, excuse me, I don't mean to cut you. We need such and such and such and such and such and such for detention. That's what he did in the classroom. I was like, and it's on the, I'm going to show you the DVD. It's on the DVD. You'll see him come in the room and say that. The girl who brought me in the classroom was a girl from Spain. Not our people, but she's from Spain, because we had a conversation in a regular vegetarian restaurant. See, I want you to come to my classroom because my students don't know that they're Moors. This is what she asked me to come in, and I was going in there every week. She said she had the heart to come to me and say that, because I was talking about where she was from. I never asked nobody their age. Where are you from? What's your nationality? She said, I'm from Southern, and she started building. I said, well, you know about the Moors? She said, yeah, I know about the Moors. And she said, well, would you mind coming to my school and talk to my students? I consulted with KRS-One. I said, Chris, how would I go into the classroom without them picking me out? He said, well, you know everybody in hip-hop. Why don't you talk about hip-hop? I said, damn, that sounds good. And then you bring in the history. I said, damn, that sounds good. So I went in talking about hip-hop, and then I would show different things. And that's when I brought that up. I showed the clip. It's on DVD. I showed the clip of the Rock of Gibraltar, the Rock of Tariq, the Moor. They went from Africa into Spain. So I'm showing the students this, and I said, y'all remember when that part when Jay-Z said, how could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar?
Just
had to
trying to figure out
to walk on water?
Yeah.
They didn't understand what it was, but I had to break it down for them. They said, that's what he was talking about? That's what I said, that's the credential sign. And there was another lady that came in that was a teacher. She said then, and you can tell, I can feel people's attitude, like, she was like mad, like, this nigga in here talking. Like, that's how you can feel it. See what I'm saying? But the girl who brought me in wanted me to go in harder. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting with the student. Now the student's listening. If you watch the video, you see them writing stuff down, you know. And then he told me, yo, my mom want to talk to you. This is what they told me when I come back. The students are saying it. But they was grabbing that. They was getting the Constitution. They was getting the hip-hop history. They was getting the laws. They were getting all these things. And that's what they didn't want. The principal was so pissed off, but he thought I was coming in. I said, no, I know I can't go in and talk about religion. That's the first thing he thought it was religion. So I said, no, it's not about religion. It's just history. And I said, matter of fact, go get that book right there, encyclopedias on the wall. I said, you go get that book, you go get this book, you grab that book, and you have them sit down, let them look this stuff up themselves. That's how you teach them, if you want to reach them. That right there, and I said, George Washington, if
One of the presidents in the 1780s.
Exactly, but if you are a general, somebody has to sign you off. So the person that signed you off has to be a president. So who signed him off? People got to understand history. So a president is the CEO of the army. So who signed him off? See what I'm saying? You got to understand history. It's plain and simple.
And it's blatant because they just kind of just cut the first president out. 1776 is when the U.S. started. And then it's just they didn't say have the president until 1783 or 84.
Yeah, well, why would I teach you this? Why would I empower you? This is why I said there's a difference between a teacher and a teacher. The teacher's going to teach you something. He's going to give it to you. Here. You don't have nothing to hold back from anybody. We have to teach you. We want to stop violence. You can't stop it. It's going to happen regardless. We can shift it. But you ain't going to stop violence until they stop killing us too in the street. How you gonna tell one person to stop violence and you over there doing violence over there? Don't mean you bombing people. See the craziness that's going on? And then you're lying on TV? This is what is happening. So they hypocrites. And I love Todd's words. He called them charlatans and some other stuff Todd's called them. He called them all kinds of names. But this is what's happening out here. Nobody's really teaching what needs to be taught. Period. It ain't happening. They're not preparing our people for anything, man. They're getting $80,000 a year for what? Some of them $90,000. Are you really worrying about the youth? That book right there is funny that he said that. There's the Constitution. I brought that purposely so people can see that. The first president, John Hanson. Now, like she said, the picture, I don't know about the picture.
Well, they're changing that, whenever you can look at stuff from 6 months ago, look at it today, and it's changing. So the more we wake up, the more they change it. The quicker we wake up, the quicker they change it.
Because this is what happens. The FBI have this thing called profiling. And the FBI never sleep. It's like a round-the-clock thing. They can tell you what you're doing on your computer probably 3 or 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. They know what you're doing. There's a movie out like that. They know what the hell you're doing, but they got around the clock people. They know what you're getting ready to do tomorrow. See what I'm saying? Now that everybody's texting is crazy, though, they know exactly what you're getting ready to do. For real. So it's not nigga that came out for playing all over again right there.
It's getting easier and easier for them.
It's getting easy because they making it. See, the thing is that they make it easy for you. See what I'm saying? So you say, oh yeah, you know, you go to the airport, people got red alert, orange alert. I'm like, what the? I'm on the plane. I'm scared of them. And I'm counting how many white people on the plane with me when I get on a plane. I'm not lying. I'm scared because I'm on the plane with them, and it depends on where I'm going at. I'm going to New York, I may be alright. You know what I mean? I'll be like, well, I ain't going nowhere far with them because if somebody wants something to happen, they're going to get them. They don't want me. You know what I mean? So it's like how they scare people, these tactics, all the stuff they're doing. We on red alert. We on purple alert. We on high orange alert.
You just call a cell with a bomb. Like,
Yeah.
you catch a cell with a bomb.
A person going to do what they want to do if they really want you, but my thing is that the fear factor. They have to induce fear on people to make you want it. See what I'm saying? I want more security. I feel sick. I get scared to death walking through the Penn Station in New York. I ain't gonna think they got guns. What is one of them guns for? They got the military walking with machine guns in the damn airport. I mean, down in Penn Station in New York. Machine guns. I'm like, damn, dude. Who are you? You got one in the uniform, one in all black, and it's like every spot, like you walking through the airport. You got the dogs, then you get out the air, you coming out the train, you got the table sitting right here. We got the right to search your bag when you I'll be like, man, hell no. This is how they got us. Because what? I want more security. See what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. They're working on your fears. I don't fear any of these things, man. It's like the same. I'm not worrying about them like that.
Oh,
They losing control. They're losing. But if I can get you afraid, you're going to back it. The whole hype thing about Obama, he's going to go 4 more years. You know some of y'all ain't voted too. Y'all voted. All right, 4 more years. Now you see what happens. As soon as that happened, he started doing what he's doing over there. Ain't nothing changed, man. If I can, listen, they say the cheapest thing you can buy is a nigga and a stick of gum. And that's what they've done with our people. To mislead the masses of their people out here. And that's all they do.
where's the John Henry thing?
It's in the back of it. It's in the back. But that's what they have done.
Yeah, Sabir, I wanted to go back, like, what you were saying about your son. Because I had my son here earlier today. He's been here all day. And how you went about teaching him. Because last night I had it was a little revelation of how much what y'all was saying about every generation misses something. And last night I accidentally put it on Apollo, Showtime at Apollo Live. And I said to my son, you never seen this before? You know, like, nah, you know, he just watch cartoons. They got so many cartoon channels. They got about 15.
What you got, Dish Network, man?
Yeah. So you got about 15 cartoon channels to pick from age levels or whatnot. So I said, man, when I was your age, he's 6, and I was like 6, 7. When I was
How
your
many
age,
channels you have? Probably a few.
about 4.
There you go, see? About 4 channels. Now
But I knew what channel Apollo was on every Saturday night. So I'm like, y'all don't know about Apollo? I was like, this is before American Idol.
That was the American Idol.
We used to sit up late night and watch this, just to just to hear somebody get booed or see who was good, and they'll really come up later on. You know, this is before all that. It was like he was into it though. We watched the whole show and everything, watched people get booed and whatnot. But I was like, man,
But do you know where that started? That is where they got the American Idol from.
Oh, I know. That's
The
what
guy
that's
Frank
what I was
Lucas,
telling.
his partner is the one who owned that place, the Apollo. Frank Lucas, the dude, and they made that movie off. His partner was the one who owned that. Bill Lucas. Huh?
Frank Lucas.
Yeah, Frank Lucas. Yeah. His partner was the one that owned the Apollo. See what I'm saying? The drug money. See,
I don't want to be disrespectful, man, but I left my daughter. You didn't tell me this was that you were here, and her mother's blowing me up.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, but nice hearing this, man. I would like to know about your distribution.
Yeah, I got stuff on the table and stuff like that.
Appreciate you coming out.
Okay.
Thanks for the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's where that started. Man.
A lot. Depends on what you do.
But that's how that started. But going back to what you're saying about your son, how old is he?
He's 6. He's turned 6 September.
No, get him now. Get him to start reading the dictionary.
You see that black thing right
Seriously,
there?
I mean, get him to start reading. But the thing is that I used to travel with my son a lot. My son, everything that I was doing, he would see me do. He lead by, they lead by example. But my son would say the dictionary was his book. That's how he was. Like I would look, I had a 2-layer book. Like unabridged dictionary was 2 different books. You know, I had them broken down in sections. And my son always would grab. He's 15 now, but he would always grab the book and say, "This is my book." And he would actually read the dictionary and know the words. That was crazy. Now I'm sitting back like looking at him now, looking at what he's doing now since he's doing his mom. I'm like, wow, he's a total difference now when you see that he's not around you like he used to. But my son was like that when he was small. He would read the book, the dictionary, and know the words. He would be in classroom and I was a teacher because he didn't go to school. I think it was 2 years after, he didn't go straight to school. He was homeschooled. I was homeschooled. When he went to school, he's in class, and they kept trying to get me to fill out, I think it was a Social Security number they wanted. And I said, well, show me the law that ain't a Social Security number. You can't show me that. There's no law for that. But the sister got mad at me because I didn't produce it. And I said, you show me where I did it. So if I'm unconscious, I'm going to give it to you voluntarily. So now that tags me to something else. See what I'm saying? The privileges now. See what I'm saying? You got to understand the game. So it was the sister that was getting mad. So I asked the European to go get the information. She said, there is none. You don't need it. So what happened, when my son gets in the class, when we start class, there was a picture of the Moorish chief in another room. In the room. I had a big picture of the Moorish chief in my house. My son's in the other room, and he says, Dad, come here, Dad. He said, look, we got that in the house. So he's pointing to the picture in the other room. So he saw about the Moorish picture. And he said, my dad got that picture in the house. So I'm having a conversation with the teacher now. And she says to me, she said something to me. I said, well, you're not qualified to teach my children. My whole attitude, like she turned pink on me. Because I said that to her. She's not qualified to teach my children. I was on all of them. Because they are Moors. My son knows that. And see, when you teach your child that, that's what you want to get. That right there. And some people are scared to teach their children that. They're scared. But do you want a man?
Exactly.
What do you want? You know what Jerry Bell said, my man that sing? He said they raising punks out here today. You ain't raising no man, you raising punks. You look like a man, but you a punk. See what I'm saying? You really a punk. It's funny, I can relate all this stuff right back to music, to what Cat was just saying. He said, if you got a dick on your shoulder, I'm gonna punch you in it. You got a dick on your head, I'm gonna punch you. He said, you got dicks, punks, and you got men. Which one are you? Are we really raising men? See what I'm saying? No, we're not. We think we are. We teaching them to obey. Obey who? And you talking about obeying the wrong people. So when you teach your child at a young age, he's going to be a man. And that's how you got to go. You got to teach him that. And don't be afraid. Turn the damn TV off.
I think sometimes as parents we get to a point where we don't push the knowledge almost with fear that they can't deal with it. But for instance, his son's here all day today, right? I sit down and you might didn't hear me, but I was amazed. I taught his son every move on the chessboard. I told it to him one time and he remembered all of them.
Wow.
His son.
They wasn't smart enough.
No, his son sat there and I said, this is what the pawn does. This is what, and then I went back over each one. He never made one mistake. And he only heard it once. And I'm like, as an adult, I couldn't do that. But he learned it, and he didn't forget it. And he played with it.
I cannot play chess. And I tell people this all the time. I cannot play chess. I'm not a chess player. I was at my sister's house on Thanksgiving. And they was asking me to play chess. I said, I don't know how to play chess, but I can tell you the history of chess. Right? So this is a book that was given to me by, she's like my stepmom, Introduction to Chess, right? But the reason why she gave this book to me when I went back is because I was talking about the history of chess. In this book, it talks about the history of chess. The history of chess is an African game. And it talks about two princes. They were brothers fighting one another. And they said what they did, they gathered the best scholars and the best minds together to create a game. And the game was called Chess to Stop the Killing. So the one who lost got congratulated by the one who won. And it wasn't about the black and the white. It never was like that until Europeans got it. But it talks about this in the book. I said, wow, that's hip hop then. Because that's what Bam did to stop the violence. They picked up DJ instead of them killing each other and put all the gangs together. The KRS-One comes with the Stop the Violence movement. So we can battle verbally instead of us killing each other. Our history is deep. If you teach your son that about the chess game, about the origins of it, he probably be sharper than what he is now. Or wanna be. That's all you gotta do is plan. They smart. I told you what Janet said. Children come in, pure and innocent, until we teach them that.
What do you study?
Huh?
What do you study?
What do I study? I'm in with y'all. I tell people all the time, I've been doing this so long, it's natural to me. You know what I mean? Because if I'm around somebody, I learn something from a bum. I'm on a train, I hear something, I may learn something from the person that's sitting next to me. We act like we know so much and don't know nothing, but you're always learning constantly. And I always use stuff in the lecture, like I just told you, I was at my sister's house. I just brought up this whole thing about the chess game. So I said, you know I'm going to use that when I speak. I'm going to talk about you, right? But I ain't going to say your name. See, I'll talk about you, but you wouldn't even know that I'm talking about you. I was just with a sister in Philly talking about the Illuminati. She heard me on the radio talking about it. I said, I'm going to talk about you. I told her that. I said, when I get somewhere and somebody brings something up, I'm going to talk about you. So you learn, and you learn how ignorant some people really are. And I tell a person, I never say what you don't know, I ask you what you do know, because you're going to tell me you don't know nothing when you talk. See what I'm saying? So I learn every day. You know what I mean? Just being around certain people. I learn a lot from being around Bam Bada. I learn a lot from being around a lot of people. You learn always. We think we get a certain degree, a certain level, we know everything and don't know nothing. So that's why I study it. I study this every day. I may read. I may, scan through a video or something, like an old video or a book or, I didn't even finish reading that book, 180 Facts About the Negro. I didn't even really finish reading Ancient Modern Brits yet. And I had that book for probably 12, 13 years. But I'm always reading. I'm constantly reading all the time. But that's how I study. You never stop that. You constantly keep studying all the time. And I'm trying to branch out to do it more and more every week, every city if I can. If I can do it every week, I'll do it. I got to go right back tomorrow for my class in Corona. We start tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Sundays. So I got to make my way right back there. Ain't no rest. We going directly when we leave here tomorrow, straight out there, no stopping, straight there. And we do that every week. So like I said, I study and have these classes all the time, bro. It's on go.
So a copy of the King Alfred's plan will be here?
Yeah, I have them on the table.
Okay. I gotta go to karaoke.
Yeah, they're not gonna stay here. I'm gonna have my hand.
Do you want to get it now, or?
Yeah, I got them now.
I mean, if you want to get it, you can get it now. Because we can, I know you got to roll. It's up to you. Okay.
You see, I got grab some. You
going to karaoke?
Yeah, sister that I know.
Whatever y'all want to get, let's go ahead and do that now. So let's
where?
This place called
whatever books and because we got a lot of stuff we talking about. You got it with him right here.
Yeah, she's also.
I can't have the stuff he printed just right down here.
Oh man, I gotta go.
No, that's that etymology book. That you need to get me.
Yeah, but that book is not for sale. That book, I have DVD. I didn't make them yet. I just was showing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't make them.
You want me one?
Nobody can man. Shoot, nah, I can't get them things done. I try to get much as I can done before I got out here. Before I got here, I tried.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, I mean, depending on what time y'all get up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We do that tomorrow.
yeah, I need to do that. This one, matter of fact, you know, stay on. Going right down the street.
You should have done.
Yeah.